Hello, I'm Thomas Cox, and it's been raining all day. Who could that be? A new spinner? Wow, it already has topics on it. Let's give it a spin. Bad joke, eh? I know a lot of bad jokes. In fact, I'd argue that all my jokes are bad jokes. But which bad joke do I tell? I first heard this joke from my Calculus 1 professor, and... Did you hear that? I think it was the sound of Morgan sighing. Morgan's heard me tell this joke probably 1,000 times. So, Morgan, if you're watching this, you can hit me with a fish when you get home. I'd prefer if you used trout. I hear it's very good for slapping. There's once a snake named Nate the Talking Snake. He guarded a lever that kept the world turning so the Australians didn't fall off. One day a traveler walked up to Nate the Talking Snake and asked him who he was and what he did. "Oh, I'm Nate the Talking Snake. I guard the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off." The traveler looks at him and goes, "Oh, I didn't know there was a talking snake by the name of Nate that kept that guarded the lever that kept the world turning so the Australians didn't fall off. Wow, I didn't, that's wonderful." Two of them got to talking for a little while, and eventually the traveler went, "Hey, Nate, if you wanted to go and do something, unwind from your the lever guarding duties, and maybe go get a drink, get something to eat, go to the bathroom, I don't know, whatever you need to do, I can guard the lever for a little while. I'm just traveling through. I don't have to be anywhere in a hurry. It'd be perfectly fine for me to guard the lever." So Nate the Talking Snake sat there and he's like, I don't know. I should guard the lever. It's my duty. It's what I should be doing. I shouldn't get off this lever. It's not that I don't trust you. I don't know. So eventually the traveler convinced him that he could get off the lever and it'd be okay and it'd be fine if he goes and does something because, he likes the Australians. So Nate the Talking Snake, who guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians didn't fall off, unwound from the lever and got down on the ground and he stretched out and he popped and stretched, and I was like, oh, wow, I haven't stretched in so long. I don't even know how long I've been on that lever. So Nate Talking Snake took off, and the traveler sat there by the lever. Meanwhile, this trucker, this huge 18-wheeler, was barreling down the freeway, just going so fast down this freeway, speeding like mad. He was driving and everything, and then he saw, in the middle of the road, Nate the Talking Snake, the snake that guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off. The trucker's sitting there, he's driving, and he sees Nate the Talking Snake, and he's like, "Oh no, that's Nate the Talking Snake. He's the snake that guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off. Why did he know to look both ways?" It's like, I can't hit him. Who's going to guard the lever? So he sits there and he's driving, and he turns and he swerves to try to miss the Talking Snake. So he goes over out of the way of the Talking Snake, and he looks and he sees he's right in the path of the lever. The lever. It's like, no, I can't hit the lever. The Australians will fall off because the world stopped turning. And I like the Australians. They're perfectly wonderful people. He's sitting there. He's going back and forth. He's like, what do I do? So he turns back into the path of Nate the Talking Snake, the snake that guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off. And he runs over and he kills Nate the Talking Snake, the snake that guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off. He hops out of his 18-wheeler, and he's just sitting there, he's like, oh no. Oh, God. He's just completely bent out of shape about it. The traveler runs up to him, and he's like, what did you do? Do you realize you just killed Nate the Talking Snake, the snake that guards the lever that keeps the world turning so the Australians don't fall off? Did you realize what you just did? And the guy's like, yeah, I know, but I was sitting there and I thought, in the end, better Nate than Lever.
And this is the Mariole and Toodles.
Who could be that? Who could that be? Who could be that?